Right, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Where are we? Let me just see. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Good morning from Austria. Good morning, man. Austria sounds awesome. I've never been to Austria. Imagine that's a pretty cool place to live. Austria, nice. Yeah, nice little push there on gold. I haven't really been on the charts much today. I didn't really like this range, but as soon as I saw that 30 breakout, I was like, yeah, give it a shot. Should have probably been in from back down at 5 a.m. I just didn't see it yet. By the time I did see it, I still got my piece. But yeah, very quick little push there, guys. What's up, Aaron? Had a good weekend? Yeah, weekend was good, thank you, man. Weekend was good, man. What I do this weekend? Chilled weekend. Just training, relaxing. Trying to take a break, man. Went to the cinema yesterday. That was pretty fun. I haven't been to the cinema in a while. Went to go see a new Mission Impossible. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Let me just have a quick look at the news for the week, guys. Let's see what we got for this week. Let's see what we got. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So what we got today? So we have New Zealand bank holiday today. Italian bank holiday. You still see some good moves in London. We do have the Fed speaking today at 6 o'clock, and we do have PMI at 3 o'clock London time. We've got Jolt's job openings tomorrow as well, guys. That'll be very big. 3 p.m. London time. Pretty late into London time. 3 p.m. That's what, like in half an hour and a half into New York. Australian dollar GDP on Wednesday. For you guys who will be trading the Asian session, I would keep an eye on that. We got PMI on Friday, and obviously the good old NFP on Friday as well. Good old NFP this Friday, guys. First day of the month, first day of the week. Hope everyone had a good May. Let's see if June is good to us. Yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get it. How I am good, thank you, man. I'm good. Good to be back on. I did just take a very small scalp here on gold, guys. Saw this nice liquidity level up here. I haven't really traded Asia today. I didn't like this messy range in between here and here. But once I saw this grab the lows and close bullish, and then this kind of also pushed up, I was like, cool, I'll take it from here to here. I probably could have, oh wait, there was no bottom wick, so I probably wouldn't have got it. But when this candle grabbed the low and actually broke out with volume, you could have been buying this 5 a.m. candle, but no bottom wick, so I just took it from here to here. It's just a very, very, very little quick scalp. I took like $316. Like I say, I have spent maybe 10 minutes on the charts today, other than jumping on here with you guys, so to get $300 with very little chart time is good. I was just, watching 30-minute closures every now and again on my phone. I was like, okay, I don't like this. I'm not really looking for short. So as soon as I saw this breaking up, you had some nice highs. I was like, okay, cool. I imagine, a lot of people are probably jumping in these shorts here, setting some stops above. So I was like, I'll take the quick scalp from here to here. I only took it one contract. I probably could have taken a little bit more because it was a pretty good risk reward. It was like just a very quick 2.75, just stop sitting down just below these lows. Very quick little, very quick scalp to the highs. Got it at the same place. Yeah, nice. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. It was a good little scalp. Waiting for the markets to show you volume. You actually could have even been from here. Look, see this candle grabbing the lows and breaking out? You have that really nice trendline liquidity there as well. Like, that actually would have been really nice. That would have been a fucking great trade. That would have been 80 ticks. What time was that? Again, there was no hourly bottom wick, so hard to say if you would have actually got that or not. But as this kind of grabs lows and closed bullish, in terms of the technical setup, like, that's a great trade. You're buying into where most people are trying to short that trend line. You got that? Nice, Nate, nice. Did you send it in Discord? I hadn't had a chance to look yet. It was a beautiful push. Yeah, I saw some of you guys did. Yeah, you got 55 ticks. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I didn't because no bottom wick. Yep, I get that. Yeah, very, 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 very nice play. So let's have a look, see what we can get for this London session, guys. Let's do a little bit of top down here. I know you guys on Zoom, we've already done the weekly outlook and our top down for the day, but let's do it again from scratch now that we've had Asia having a little bit of movement. Asia has been pretty range bound today, guys. If we just it's not very often we even bother looking on the monthly time frame, but the monthly candle has just closed, and we can see. Did I just mess that up? Yes, I did. Let's move that back. 3,300. We can see last month on gold, even though April was probably one of our best months to date, May was still a fantastic green month. We still ended up closing in pretty much the exact same place where we opened. You closed with, I believe, like 40 ticks worth of body. Yeah, like 40 ticks worth of body, which is crazy because in this whole monthly candle, there's like 3,000 ticks worth of volume, which is crazy. 3,000 ticks worth of volume in one monthly candle to end up closing at pretty much the exact same place is crazy. Obviously, we know that the weekly is in a little bit of a range here as well. We've been in this range since, I guess you could say, since end of April. I mean, this is the reason that we love day trading. It's because although this weekly stuck in a shit range, we can still get fantastic positions. Now, previous week, you closed nice and bullish, breaking above 3,300. You also held 3,250. But last week did end up closing bearish again, which I thought was a bit weird. I was actually anticipating that this weekly would wick up and, come and grab some major highs, which is kind of what I'm looking at for, this week. So, we do have this very nice trend line coming down here on gold. Exactly the same thing that we just looked at in the 5-minute. A lot of people will be trying to short this trend line. And if anything, we're going to look for this nice breakout. So my overall liquidity levels on gold is buying back up into the high of not last week, the week before. Friday, 23rd of May, around 33.70. Looks like a really nice target here on gold. I really, really like these highs. I did take a nice $3,000 trade on Friday as well. I took some nice buys on Friday. I was anticipating this day was going to close more bullish than it did, to be honest. When you came down Thursday here, grabbed lows, closed bullish. I was anticipating this kind of would give a bit of a bottom wick and continue driving up. However, you pretty much just closed bearish. So I do prefer the longs on gold, guys. Now, that's just overall. That doesn't mean we can't. Look for some potential pullback trades in London. But as an overall outlook, yeah, I like gold buys. I like gold buys back up into 3,330 and that 33.70 level. Two very nice targets for me here on gold. This is kind of like a 4-hour trend line coming down within our overall trend line. So we got a massive trend line coming down here, which I think a lot of people are going to get trapped on. And then we also have a trend line coming down here. So we got an inner trend line here and an outer trend line here. So there is a lot of reasons to see gold continue pushing up. Now, we have just got this 4-hour close. And there's currently no bottom wick on this 4-hour, guys. There's no bottom wick on this 4-hour. Very, very rare do you see gold push up on the 4-hour time frame with no bottom wick. Even here, you can see there's a very, very small one. When was the last time we closed bullish with no 4-hour wick? Can't see one. Here, that was last time back at the start of May. So it does happen, but it's very rare. So if there's no bottom wick on this 4-hour, could we be grabbing the highs to come back down and create a 4-hour bottom wick? I mean, in terms of probability, yeah, there's a high chance this 4-hour will have a bottom wick at some point. Where could we top out to? Well, this is a pretty strong area that we're coming into. Big, I mean, all of this here is a big 4-hour level. So with this 4-hour opening and instantly pushing up, I'm like, okay, is this going to be a top wick for this to end up wicking the highs and, coming back lower? Potentially. Would have been great to be in these buys, but again, no bottom wick and no bottom wick. That's crazy. So I wouldn't be buying this current hour pre-London here. We may be able to buy the London Open, but buying pre-London with 2 hours of no bottom wicks certainly wouldn't be my trade. If I'm gonna trade gold, I'll do it with you. Nice. Hey Aaron, hey Liam, loving your trading psychology videos, helping me massively in my trading. Awesome, man. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, I posted that one on Friday. If any of you guys haven't seen it, be sure to go over to the channel and check out Friday's video. Just a raw. I was going to do a trade breakdown, but turned it into more of a more of a psychology video. So we had this is where we had this kind of, you know, big push up here at the open here on gold. Broke back above 3,300, and we're just squeezing higher. Now we do have some nice liquidity up here and some nice resistance, but I'm not going to be buying here with no bottom wick on this candle and this initial liquidity level being hit. I won't buy here. I'll buy back down at support, not a resistance. With that 15, you know, here wick and highs, closing barrier straight back up. Would I short this? Not really. I want to be looking for longs. If I'm going to be shorting gold, it's going to be a strong closure back below here, and then we could be selling gold back down into this kind of little open area. But as of right now, I don't really want to short that just yet. But we could, you know, sometimes what we do see is when this hourly has no bottom wick, sometimes you can see price come down, create the bottom wick, and then continue pushing it up. So if we could do something like that, you know, that'd be nice. Now, yeah, futures I don't look at it for, man. Even on the currency, you can kind of see like 90% of the 4-hour candles do have a bottom wick. So yeah, I still believe there'll be one created on this one, man. Yeah, I don't really look at it on the futures chart. I kind of do all of it off the currency. What's going on here? Chart's going to sleep or what? Yeah, if the currency doesn't have one, then yeah, that's kind of the main one I look at. Maybe 15-minute fake out. Yep, possibly, man, possibly. Appreciate your time. Thank you, man. Your videos have been, by far, have the most educational value of your Topstep videos. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, spot's always the source of the truth. Absolutely, man. Yeah, spot chart's so much more, I say reliable, which doesn't really make sense because it shouldn't be. The future should be, but yeah, I find it more accurate with these bottom wicks. Yeah, it's probably less volume on the MGC chart. Yeah, it's the hourly as well. So yeah, if I want to get long here on gold, I'd be long back down below previous hour lows. I wouldn't be a buy up here just yet. Which kind of makes it tough for this pre-London. Because if you come up and squeeze these highs, maybe this is a false move before London has a bit of a pullback. I was looking for, you know, overall swing longs this week off this big sort of head and shoulders. But as the markets opened first thing in the week, just straight push, little pullback. Now we're going to continue pushing. Could see some. We could see some good moves this week. Obviously, NFP on Friday. You have to be careful of NFP weeks, but overall, I think we should be in for a good week. In for a good week, in for a good month. Lots of new payouts coming. Yeah, not enough. Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree. Especially on the especially on the 4 hour as well. Yeah, stocks have a little bit of a sell-off. See what Trump news coming out this week. I do think he's meeting with the president of China, I believe, at some point this week. They're supposed to be meeting up. Talk some tariff noise. Goals to get my first payout on my XFA this month. Yeah, nice. Yep. Goals to get my second combines pass. Yeah, good goal, man. I like that. Easily, we can make that happen, man. We can make that happen. Easily get a payout a month. Easy. See if the markets are good to us. I took out 7 last month. I mean, 2 really. Yeah. I wonder what copper's been up to. We'll have a look at copper properly after. Yeah, copper having a nice push as well. Copper opening and ripping. Look at that on copper. Who's trying to phone me? Who's just trying to phone me? Margin call first thing on a Monday morning. Who's this? Don't know. No idea. Yeah, copper with the rip here as well. Look at this. Massive trend line coming down. Ripped it. What a move on copper. We'll break down copper properly after. I'm really just trying to trade copper pre-London. Yeah, the bank's seen everyone zoom. 100%. 100%. Benefit the paid access. It's all on the website, man. The whole entire trading course on there. Whole entire trading course. You get the live streams on Zoom. You get market calls every single day for Asia and New York, even when we're not on the London streams. Trade breakdowns. There's psychology videos. There's loads and loads and loads. It's all on there, man. It's all on there. Come and learn the full entire trading plan. The full plan. Yeah, wait out. Yeah, it's looking like gold's gonna come back down for this. Something won't. Yeah, it's looking like Goldie's gonna come down for this 4-hour bottom wick. Could you take a fake out 15-minute sell? Well, probably not, because you don't really have any targets. You don't want to take a sell for the sake of taking a sell. Yeah, you don't just try and short the fact that it needs a bottom wick. It's not really enough, because if you try and short, you know, you're shorting into here. Hey, Mikey Man. That's right, cool. We'll take a look after, man. We'll have a look after. I'll take a little look after, man. How much lot should I trade with gold on a 50k? How big is your stop loss? How big is your stop loss? You got 100 tick stop loss or a 10 tick stop loss? Gold moves at $10 per tick per contract, so that's entirely how much you want to risk, man. Do I recommend NQ? No, I don't trade NQ. No, you can briefly have a look at it if you want to. I've started to have a look a little more, but no, I don't recommend it unless you've absolutely mastered gold and you want to have a look at something else. No, just trade gold. Unless you've got gold fully mastered down, you got the plan, you're making consistent payouts from gold. I personally wouldn't focus on other markets. I briefly have a look at it because the guys on the Topstep stream like to break down NQ, but do I personally execute it on my funded accounts? No, never. Just Goldie. So I'd say you can't trade it. You know, you can absolutely trade it if you want to, but for me personally, yeah, Goldie's good enough. The more I stick to just gold, the better I trade. Yeah, exactly, man. That's it, man. That's it. The more you focus on other things, the more your mind's gonna drift away. You know, drift away and focus on unimportant stuff. We got trade Goldie, get Goldie down. Then, you know, once you've fully got the plan down, like I say, you're getting consistent funded accounts, consistent payouts. Then you can be like, okay, cool. Let me try and have a look at something else, for example. What makes gold better? Moves much nicer, in my opinion. Moves much nicer in my sessions. I just find Nasdaq a bit too crazy. Like I say, I don't trade New York, so I don't want to trade the fact that NQ might get volume in Asia and London. Whereas I could trade gold, where it's like, nah, gold gives me amazing moves multiple times every single day. So there's no need. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, more time to think with gold. Absolutely, I think gold is much better for traders who want to be, you know, a little bit more patient and build on, you know, taking good trades. Whereas a lot of people get into Nasdaq because it moves so fast, and they end up taking like fucking 20 trades a day, trying to get in every single pump and rip down that it has, and just get wiped out all the time. Whereas gold, nah, gold, you got more time to think. You got more time to manage your risk. You get more good consistent trades. Question here, P. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good weekend as well, man. Yeah, I mean, if 50 might fake out. Remember, there's no bottom wick on the 4 hours, so I wouldn't want to be a buyer up here just yet. Wouldn't want to be a buyer up here. To me, this 4 hour, you know, you're grabbing previous 4 hour highs. Could you be coming for a little bit of a pullback? Hey, man. What up, demo trader? What's up? What's up? Maybe, man. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I don't really see any reason to think so just yet, but... And if the market's closed below, then, you know, we can think that. But try not to think too much. Good trades in gold in York? Yeah, 100%, man. The good thing about gold is you get trades in every session. I took amazing buys on Friday in New York. I took buys here in New York on Friday. I took like 100 ticks as in like 3 contracts. Absolutely, you do. I took what, 2,800 or something. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I love gold so much, because you can get good moves on gold every single session. Every single session. What are we up to, Goldie? What are we up to? We've got this 30-minute volume coming in here, guys. 30-minute closes is when we typically get this. Typically, when we get this pre-London volume. See if we're gonna get some spikes here. See if we're gonna continue breaking higher. Are we gonna close back below? To me, this bullish push that we've been in since like 4:30 looks pretty overextended now. Not that, you know, that's a reason to not trade if we keep breaking out, to keep going long, but yeah, to me, I look at this move and go, wow, this is a huge move up. You might be due a little bit of a, just a little bit of a pullback of this. You know, on the futures chart, pull back into like, let's say 3-3-3-3 ish. Too many threes. Gun rising on traders. What's up, man? What's up? 70 takes the money. Nice, nice, nice. Just start trading gold. Nice. Any particular time I should look out for? Nah, just monitor 30-minute closes. I mean, Asia, London, and New York, you know, they all move very, very, very well. But yeah, no, just whichever session suits you best. Sometimes Asia can be good, sometimes London can be good, sometimes New York can be good. It's all about trading whichever session fits you the best. That's a strong 30-minute closure there, guys. Strong 30-minute closure. Couldn't really close above the previous wick, but this is still a very strong closure. Breaking back above a very major level. It's a shame there's no bottom wick on this 4 hour. Very, very shame. How much contract do you use in your 50Ks? One contract. Depends on the buffer. The trade here pre-London was just using just one contract. On my accounts where I might have like 5 to 7K in them, sometimes I use a little bit more. Like the trade that I took on Friday, I used more because I have a much bigger buffer. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, one contract on a 50, more than enough. 2 contracts on 100. I've just passed another 150 as well, so I'm going to switch out some of these 50 soon, so I'll probably take some big risk on some of these. If it works out, great, I'll get a huge payout. If not, fine, I'll switch to 150. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, volume's gone back to normal. You're not seeing the, 500 tick Asia and London moves. So yeah, you can trade one pretty comfortably. Yo, dudes, what up, Nathan? What up, man? Yeah, one contract's good for me. One contract's good. Depends on how well you manage your risk, to be honest. NQ dumping? Yeah, I don't know about dumping. It's pushing lower. How is the daily? Pretty ugly daily on NQ right now. Wicking highs, wicking lows. Could you come down for Friday's lows? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if I take one more payout on the London one, I would be. That's why I'm not really trading that one at the minute, because I want to keep building up these other Express funded accounts. But yeah, my London I think is like one payout away. So I want to build up, some of these other ones first before that does happen. But I enjoy trading the Express funded accounts, to be honest. I like having the XFAs. Good morning, mate. Good morning, man. Good morning, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do. I risk a little bit more on the combines, man. But you don't want to build bad habits, So it depends on if you're consistent. If you're already consistent, yeah, definitely. You can afford to size up. But if you're trying to get the consistency down now, you want to focus on getting consistent. But for me personally, yeah, I trade bigger size on the combines. I've done plenty, just to document how you can do it across the space of a month. But now I'll get a bit more aggressive with them. If I don't pass one, I don't really care. You kind of have to accept that risk when you want to size up on them. But you just got to remember, don't build bad habits. That's why if you're trying to get the consistency down, focus on doing it slow and steady. Because if you get lucky, and pass the combine straight away, there's a high chance you'll probably just blow the funded count anyway. There's loads of support and resist videos in the mentoring sessions, man. But it's just looking at wicks. You'll probably find some pretty basic ones on YouTube, man. Just looking at wick rejections. But there'll definitely be videos in the community. Hey guys, had a very productive weekend. Going through my journals. Jan, nice. Going to myself. Yeah, remind yourself to journal. 100%, man. Journaling is very, very important. If you don't journal, you keep showing up and just taking random trades, and you're not reflecting on what you're doing right or wrong, you will go around in circles for years and waste time. I know most people are lazy and can't be bothered to journal. Well, that's why you get lazy results. Yeah, passed my third combine and blew it a month after. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. That's why, like I say, yeah, you want to focus on building good habits. Get the good habits down, and then once you're consistent, you're getting consistent payouts. You've got a few funded accounts. Then yeah, you can get more aggressive on them. Like me, I've got the 5 accounts. I've got 150 and 100 passed in the background to activate at any point. So yeah, I can afford to get aggressive on the combines. But when you're trying to get the plan down, yeah, just try and trade the same way you would on the funded count, because if you can't pass the combine, then you're not going to ever get a payout. What are we up to here, Goldie? What are we up to? 15-minute grab highs, holding support, holding resistance, 30-minute trying to re-break back higher. You may spike into these highs. What's my plan with the buffer on the XFA? Do you always pass buffer before taking a payout? Yeah, I try and build up a buffer, man. I've done it before where I haven't built up a buffer, taking a payout and then just losing it. I try and keep at least 2,000 there. I'll keep at least 2,000 in my balance. I have much more than that now, but yeah, I like to leave at least 2,000. So say I build up to like 3,000-4,000, take out, you know, 500, take out 1,000, and I give myself a good like 1,500 to 2,000. 1,500 is more, you know, is enough as well depending on how big your risk is. But that's why I would say, you know, it's good to just take out something. You don't have to take out everything, but just take out a little bit. Yeah, if you don't have a and if you leave yourself too small of a buffer, you're more so mentally gonna fuck up, because you're like so scared about hitting your balance back to break even. You know, so scared about losing the account, and then you just kind of end up just losing it anyway. And then you just, you know, go on tilt and start full margining combines. So it's not just about like having enough in terms of risk management. It's also more about, you know, mentally having a good buffer. And if you don't give yourself a good enough buffer, then, you know, mentally you're going to struggle. No, we do Asia market calls, man. We stream London. We do Asia and pre-New York market calls every day. But no, I just stream London. I don't stream any other session. It's 3 hours in London is more than enough for me. Goldie not really doing too much here, guys. Not really too much to say here on Goldie. You're just squeezing up here pre-London. Maybe waiting for the London Open here. Like to copy trade a combine with an XFA. Yep. I like that, man. Make the XFA the lead account, then pass the combines in the background. Yeah, nice. Yep, I'll do that. I do that as well, man. Do that as well. Nah, still won't trade New York, man. Nah. Still just London. Nothing will change in nothing will change in that sense, man. Nah, I won't stream anymore. Like I say, 3 months is, 3 months. 3 hours is way, to be honest, 3 hours is too much chart time for me. Like I say, I've taken 30 ticks here in Asia and maybe spent like 10 minutes on the chart. So, nah, 3 hours is more than enough. More than enough. How much of a buffer is that in terms of average losing trades? Like how many stop losses? Again, that depends on how much you risk. Yeah, 2 hours ago. Yeah, it's also unnecessary, man. Like, it's very easy right now to see there's no trades. Like, there's no need to sit here and watch this. That's the only downside of streaming that I don't like. Like, I can clearly see if there's not gonna be a trade, you have to just sit here and watch it for no reason. So yeah, no, I wouldn't stream anymore. Less, to be honest. How much buffer you should leave? Again, that it depends on how much you lose. If your average trades are $1,000 loss, then, you know, you want to leave yourself much more than that. So I like to give myself at least like 3 to 5 losses in a row as like a worst case scenario. Yeah, no bottom wick on the last 2 hourly candles, man. I know, that's why I'm not in longs here. I took a little 5 a.m. trade, but the reason I'm not buying this current candle is because there's no bottom wick on the hourly, and this is also the open of the 4 hour. Here, even see there's no bottom wick on the 4 hour, which is not what you see very often, which makes me think, you know, we're gonna maybe wick some highs and then wick all the way back down to create that 4 hour bottom wick. We're only 40 minutes into this 4 hours, so it can easily happen as well. Easily. Asia or London more for gold? I like both, man. I like both. Today Asia's been quiet, so I prefer London. I don't really have one I prefer, to be honest. Like last few months, Asia has been amazing, but it looks like we're kind of going back to normal times where Asia's going a little bit quiet, and London's having good moves again. I think a lot of my trades last week were mainly London. Nice. Hey man, at least you got back to green, man. If you got back to green, you know, lock yourself out. Lock yourself out. You can't do 25 combine, man. The lowest you can do on Topstep is 50. Very patient in Asia. Yeah, I didn't even watch it, to be honest. I knew there wasn't going to be anything in this range in here, so I was like, well, I'm not even going to watch it. There wasn't anything to watch. I was kind of saying to guys in Discord, like, there's nothing to watch. You can sit and watch this for absolutely no reason, or you can do something else. You were just very rangy. Yeah, China holiday. Yep. China holiday. So I didn't. Yeah, like I said, I didn't even watch it. Honestly, spent maybe 10 minutes on the charts today, and already taken 30 ticks. Afternoon, bro. Afternoon, man. You mean Apex? If you want to, man, it's entirely up to you. I do 50s, personally. It's not really something for me to recommend. It's do whichever size you want, man. Do whichever size you're most comfortable with. Goldie coming to squeeze these highs here, guys. Anyone shorting here on gold? Got some stops sitting above these liquidity levels. I would have liked to have been in long here, but like I say, no bottom wick on that 4 hour. Pre-London's not really doing anything again. Like I say, if pre-London continues to be quiet, guys, we won't stream it. I'll just wait for London Open. We had some times where pre-London was amazing, and the past week is just done nothing. Past 2 weeks we just sat here for no reason. So may save it for London Open moving forward. We'll see. We'll jump on, maybe when there is volume. If I see there's not going to be any trades, then there's no point watching it. Any insights on Bitcoin? Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Obviously, we're very strong. We hit some all-time highs, hit 110,000. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a pullback into 100k. You've got like 3 weekly equal lows, which screams a lot of liquidity. I reckon you get a lot of people trying to buy this on Bitcoin here, which makes me think you'll probably come down and maybe spike some lows, come back to 100k, maybe even back down to 95 potentially. I wouldn't be a buyer up here personally. I think if you were a buyer, 110,000 was a pretty decent exit. I'd say you're probably gonna break this trend line and squeeze lower. I like if I was gonna buy this for like a more of a bigger play, 100k would make the most sense. Goldie's still squeezing higher here, guys. Not really too much to say here on gold, guys. I may wait for the London Open here, and wait until we jump on the Topstep stream. Let's have a look. It's a shame there's no, like I say, it's a shame there's no bottom wick on this 4 hour. Otherwise, we could be buying this. But past 2 4-hour candles have closed with big resistance. So although this is looking strong now, this could easily wick back down at any point. Zoom, guys, give me 2 secs. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here, guys. There's no trades for me here pre-London. Gold's just pushing up, unfortunately, so we're just wasting time sitting there watching it, guys. I'm gonna save my mental capital for the Topstep stream, guys. So a very early pre-scalp here, pre-London, but we're gonna wait to that 7:30 candle, guys, and we're gonna take a break because there's nothing shaping up here for us in the next 15 minutes. So we'll save our mental capital. If you guys want to continue to watch me trade the London Open, we'll see if we get some trades. I'll go live on the Topstep channel in about 45 minutes. So I'll see you guys over on the Topstep YouTube channel. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.